Chapter 1. Smoke. I was walking back from the grocery store, my arms heavy with bags, my legs tired after a long day. I just wanted to reach my room, sit down and breathe. But when I turned the corner, I stopped. There was smoke, thin at first, then thicker, rising from the third floor of my building. It curled into the sky, dark and fast. For a moment, I thought my eyes were tricking me. I blinked, but the smoke was still there. People were standing on the street, staring up, whispering to each other. Someone pointed at the windows. Another person gasped. The air smelled strange, sharp, like something burning inside. My heart started beating faster. I held my bags tighter, not sure what to do. The fire looked small from far away, but the smoke kept growing, crawling out of the windows like it was alive. I took a step closer, then another. The heat in the air felt real now, warm on my face. Something was wrong, very wrong. I dropped my grocery bags on the ground, the tomatoes rolling out, but I did not care. My building, the place where I lived, was filling with smoke, and I could not just stand there. Chapter 2. Run. I did not stop. I ran. My legs were moving faster than I thought they could. People on the street were shouting, pointing up, but nobody was moving. They just stood there, staring frozen. I dropped the rest of my bags, bread and milk rolling on the pavement, and ran toward the building. The front door was open, smoke spilling out like a gray river. My heart was pounding, every beat loud in my ears. Inside, the hallway was dark, filled with smoke. I could barely see my own hands in front of me. But I kept going. I called out, "Is anyone there?" But only my voice echoed back. I could hear sirens in the distance, people shouting outside, but I did not stop. Something was pulling me forward, a small voice. Maybe someone needed help. I did not know yet, but I had to find out. The air burned my lungs, each breath a struggle. But I moved faster. My eyes watered, my sleeve over my mouth, and still I ran. Deeper into the building, toward the smoke, toward whatever was trapped inside. Every step felt heavy, but I could not stop. Not now, not when someone might be waiting. Someone might need me. And I was the only one running in. Chapter 3. Heat. The hallway was hotter than I expected, the kind of heat that makes your skin sting. Smoke swirled around me, thick and gray, filling every corner, making it hard to see. My eyes burned, water ran down my cheeks, but I kept moving. I held my sleeve over my mouth, trying not to cough, trying to breathe slowly. But each breath was heavy, hot, sharp. The smell of smoke was strong, sharp like fire, and my nose itched. The walls were black in some places, charred from the flames, and the floor felt sticky, like something had melted. Every step I took made a soft crack under my shoes, and I knew the fire was somewhere close. I reached out, touching the walls, trying to guide myself, but the smoke made everything look blurry. I could barely see the doorways, the stair rail, nothing was clear. Just shadows and smoke and heat. I could hear the building creaking, small pops and cracks like it was warning me. My heart raced faster than ever, but I could not stop. I had to keep going. Had to find whoever was in there. Had to get them out. Every step was a fight, every breath a challenge. But I pushed forward deeper into the heat, deeper into the darkness, because I knew someone was waiting, and I had to reach them. Chapter 4, Cry. I moved slowly, my legs shaking from the heat, my lungs burning with every breath, but then I heard it. A faint sound, soft, tiny, a cry. It came from the left apartment. Quiet at first, like it might disappear. But I listened, my heart jumping. It was real. Someone was there. Someone needed help. I froze for a moment, trying to make sense of it. And then I realized I could not wait. The smoke was thick, curling around the corners, and the fire could spread any second. I had to go in. I pushed the door open careful, my hand burning from the hot metal, and the smell hit me stronger. Smoke, burnt wood, fear. My eyes watered, but I kept moving, following the sound. The crying grew louder, small and scared, broken by coughs. And I felt a rush of urgency. My heart pounded, louder than the crackling flames. And I whispered, I am coming. I am right here. Every step felt heavy, but I focused. Only on the sound, only on finding whoever was crying. The smoke scratched my throat. The floor was hot beneath my feet. But I pushed forward, following the cry, following hope. Deeper into the apartment, closer to them. Chapter 5. Found. I rounded the corner, coughing, my eyes streaming, and there they were. 2 kids, hiding under a small table. Their faces red from smoke, eyes wide with fear. They were tiny, trembling, and I could see how scared they were. Each cough made my chest ache, but I had to stay calm, had to be strong for them. I bent down slowly, holding my hands up so they would not be scared. It's okay. I'm here, you're safe now, I whispered, even though I knew the fire was still close. The older one peeked out first, eyes full of tears, and the younger one clung to their leg, shaking. I smiled softly, trying to make them trust me, trying to show them that I would not leave. Follow me, I said gently. I will get you out. They nodded, small and hesitant. But they got up. Their steps were wobbly, each one careful, each one slow, but they were moving. I reached out my hands, guiding them, keeping them close, making sure they did not fall. The smoke still filled the room, making it hard to see. The heat pressed against us. But we kept going, one step at a time, toward the stairs, toward safety. Every second felt long, every breath heavy. But we were together, and that made me keep moving, faster than ever, because I could not let anything happen to them. Chapter 6. Block. We moved down the hallway, smoke thick around us. The kids holding on tightly, every step careful. Then a beam had fallen across the floor, black and heavy, blocking the way. Flames licked the wall nearby, crackling and spitting sparks. My heart jumped, but I did not stop. I bent down, grabbed the beam, and pushed with all my strength. It did not move at first. It was heavy, hot, burning the skin on my hands, but I kept pushing, gritting my teeth, until it shifted enough for us to squeeze through. The kids watched me, wide-eyed, coughing, but I smiled at them. "Come on, we can go now," I said. Their little hands held mine, trembling, and we moved past the beam carefully, step by step, making sure no one tripped. Smoke swirled around us, thick and choking, and I felt the heat on my back, like the fire was chasing us. Every breath was a struggle, but we had no time to rest. We kept going through the hallway, past the scorched walls, past the smell of burning. One step after another, hearts racing, adrenaline pumping. We were closer now. I could feel it. The stairs were just ahead. The way out, the fresh air, the safe place. I did not stop. I could not stop. Not when they were counting on me. Chapter 7. Carry. The smoke was thicker now, curling into the stairwell, making it hard to see. Every step felt heavier, every breath burned. And the younger kid was lagging behind. They were too weak to walk, coughing, tiny arms shaking. I knew I could not let them fall behind, not now. I bent down, scooped them up gently, holding them close to my chest. Their head rested on my shoulder, and I could feel how scared they were, trembling against me. The older one grabbed my hand, their small fingers tight, and I nodded. "We're almost there. Stay close." Their eyes were wide, full of fear, but I felt a spark of trust. The stairs felt endless, each step heavy. Smoke choking us, heat pressing down. But I kept moving. One foot, then the next, careful not to trip. Careful not to drop the little one. The younger kid coughed softly, clutching my shirt, and I whispered, "You're okay. I've got you, we'll get out." Their tiny hand twitched, but they held on, and that kept me going. Every moment was tense. The fire crackling behind us, the smoke swirling around. But I pushed forward up the stairs, carrying hope, carrying them toward safety, toward fresh air, toward outside. Chapter 8. Stairs. The stairwell felt endless, dark and heavy with smoke, every step a fight. My arms ached from holding the younger one. My legs shook from running, but I could not stop. Not now, not when we were so close. Flames crackled behind us, licking the walls, sending sparks into the air. The heat pressed on my back, making my shirt stick to my skin, and the smoke burned my eyes. I blinked, wiped them, and kept moving. The older kid held my hand tightly, coughing small steps but staying close. I whispered, "Almost there, keep going, we're okay." My voice sounded shaky even to me, but I had to stay strong for them. The stairs twisted narrow and steep, each one slippery from smoke and ash. But I kept going careful, making sure the kids did not slip. Every breath was a battle. Every step felt heavier, but we climbed faster than I thought we could. I could hear the fire roaring below, the smoke swirling, the crack of burning wood. But I focused only on moving up, on reaching the top, on getting out. Finally, I saw a faint light above. The exit, the fresh air, hope. My heart jumped, adrenaline surged, and I pushed harder. One step, then another, until we reached the top of the stairs. Ready to burst out, ready to breathe again. Chapter 9. Outside. We burst out into the night, gasping for air. The cold hitting our hot, smoky skin. The kids coughed, hacking and shaking, but they were safe. I set the younger one down gently, their small legs trembling. And the older one hugged me for a moment, holding on tight. Neighbors ran toward us, some shouting, some pointing at the fire. But I did not stop to talk. I just made sure the kids were okay, that they could breathe, that they were with me. The smoke rose behind us, thick and black, curling into the sky. And I could hear the fire roaring inside, crackling and spitting sparks. But out here, the air felt fresh, alive. And I could finally take a deep breath without pain. The kids looked around, eyes wide, scared, but slowly. They relaxed a little, feeling the night air on their faces, feeling that they were out of danger. I held their hands, guiding them a few steps away from the building, just in case. Some neighbors were clapping, others were calling the fire department. And the sirens started wailing in the distance, growing louder and louder. I looked up at the burning windows, my heart still racing. But I knew we had made it out. For a moment, I just stood there, breathing, letting the kids catch their breath, listening to the chaos around. But grateful, so grateful, that we were finally outside alive together. Chapter 10. Curb. The fire trucks arrived, sirens blaring, lights flashing. And the sound of water spraying hit the building. The smoke was thick, but now there were people working. Firefighters running in and out, carrying hoses, shouting instructions. I sat down on the curb, my legs shaking, my arms still sore from carrying the younger kid, my chest heaving, trying to catch my breath. The kid sat beside me, coughing, their small hands wiping smoke from their faces, looking around in awe at the flashing lights and chaos. Neighbors crowded around, some patting our backs, some wrapping blankets around us, offering water, but I barely noticed. My mind was still inside the building, thinking about the fire, about how close it had been, about the smoke, the heat, the crackling flames. The younger one leaned against me, eyes heavy, still trembling, and I put an arm around them, holding them close, feeling their tiny heartbeat against mine. The older one kept glancing at the building, wide-eyed, then back at me, silently saying thank you. I looked up at the sky, dark and starless behind the smoke, and felt exhaustion hit me like a wave. My hands shook, my legs were stiff, but I did not care. We were alive. The kids were safe. And that was all that mattered. For the first time since I ran into the building, I let myself breathe deep and slow, listening to the chaos, the sirens, the shouting, and finally, I felt a little peace. Sitting there on the curb, night air on my face, the fire fading behind us.